Hey folks, got a 2018 Ford Expedition here. Horn went out on it a few days ago, so I'm gonna show you the simplest way I ever found to fix this. Check the fuses. Knew it was a good fuse. If you want to check your fuse, it's right back here, a small little one. Horn sits right down in here. You see I've already got this removed, put it back together, had to wait on my horn to come in. So I'll show you everything I did, getting the plastic trim pieces off and how to get it all back together and get you honking again. All right, a few tools that'll make this job a lot more helpful to go ahead and get them out for you. And of course, get your new horn and wire assembly all together. Get your good flashlight. Get your nice little flathead screwdriver, a clip defastener, 10mm ratchet. It's really helpful you get one of these with the ratcheted ends on them. And also just a 10mm socket, deep well. You want that length on it when you're gonna do this job. And then go steal you a wire hanger out of the house and configure it, make you a little hook. I'll show you how to use that here in a little bit. All right, as you can see here, like I said, I've got the plastic piece already off. Held on by those little plastic clips. You can see the holes, I've taken them out. There's quite a few of them, and you'll see them all when you're taking them off. I know there's quite a bit of them along here. You see I've got 2 of them still in here I got to take out. I took those out just to put it back together in the meantime. So what we're going to use, get your clip tool, and you want to do this two-handed, but it's hard to do with one hand. You get it under there, get it started. You know, feed it up in there, get it popped up. And I'll get those off, and then I'll show you where to go from there. What helps sometimes, now like you say I got them off, sometimes that's why you need the flathead screwdriver. It helps to get it started so you can get that fastener tool up in there to get her out. Next here, we're going to take out some bolts here. I've already taken out the clips. It goes one clip here and another clip that goes right here. That was a little bit difficult to get to. That's a screwdriver helps, and get your pry tool in there to get them out. So I'm going to take out that nut on this side, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 10 in total. Let's undo those. Be right back. All right, so I'm using the ratchet here with the 10mm deep well socket to take them out. And when you're taking them out, make sure you keep them separate. Know that these shorter ones, they go on the back, right back here, and these little bit longer ones, right here, they'll go in the front hole. So make sure you keep those separate and know which ones go in. Now for these ones down here, I'm gonna use my 10mm ratchet and wrench. Pop those off. All right, so we got those 8 out. We got the 2 nuts. Next thing you want to do is there's 1 bolt right here, 1 bolt right there, same 10mm. Drop those out. That should make it where you get a little bit of give when you pull on your grill here. We're not going to take the grill completely off, but we want it loosened up enough to where you can kind of pull it out just a little bit. Get that little movement in there. All right, next tool, forgot to mention earlier, but a good Sharpie. And what you want to do, because we're actually going to take the hood latch off, and you want it to go back the exact way it came on. So you're going to take a Sharpie and draw a nice little semicircle. Draw whatever you can around the top side of that washer there and top side of that washer. That way when you put it back together, you know exactly how it came off, and your hood will latch down like it used to. We'll get that done, get that taken off, and I'll show you what to do next. All right, not sure if you can see that knot. I have it marked right there on top and bottom. Same as the 10mm socket. I'm gonna go with the short well here so we can don't have that much travel in it, and drop those off. All right, so you can see here, got that loose, held off. You're gonna be able to access the horn through that hole right here to pull it out. Normally the hanger sits down in that hole right there, and then the bolt that needs to go in it, this one comes out to right there, you can see. So you'll have to pull all this back, undo it. And what you want to do is get your wire hanger, bend it around, and you can fish it through this hole. You can see it, and you go ahead and hook your horn there, hook it on there, and then when you undo it, you should be able to fish it out right back out of that hole. So we're going to do this the opposite way to feed it back in there, and then we'll hook the wiring harness up through the bottom. I'll show you how to do that here in a minute. So we'll see what we can do. All right, so we got our horn fed in through the hole here of the hood latch. I had to keep pulling back. You'll get it down through there eventually. Just try not to break your shutters. And got the hanger pulled through. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this hanger up and get it latched back into that hole. All right, so we got the horn put in place, got it notched in. Now remember, you're gonna want this wiring harness, you see right there in front of the hanger. You don't wanna get it pinched behind it. Went ahead and you could stick your hand down through there, get your bolt started right there. You start it with your fingers, get it twisted around. We'll get in there and fasten that down. We'll go ahead and get the hood latch put back in, then we'll work on starting to plug the wire in. All right, you see right here, that's where that ratchet and wrench right here comes in handy. If you got much travel, it gets it down in there, get it tightened up real good. All right, so now that it's installed, we want to get it wired up. There's two ways you can actually try to wire it. You can see I've already got it plugged in here. You can go ahead and plug it in before you get it attached. You can try to do that, but it's easier once it's on there. If you got a small enough arm, you can reach down in there. Another option is, you've seen the bottom, there's that flap there, you see a little bit of light. You can reach up through the bottom of your cart and you can feel around. You'll have to remove one clip of one of those foam panels down there, and you can reach up in here and push it together and get it clipped in. Once it's there, we'll give it a test to make sure it's working. All right, so we'll give her a lock, see if she works. All right, we're all good. So now we just got to put everything back together, the opposite of how you took it apart. So like I said I was going to put that together earlier. Made it easier, just go ahead and pull this out, get my hand in there to stick that wire harness together. So now we'll put this back together, and then we'll start working on the 8 bolts up top, the 2 nuts on the sides, and then also the 2 bolts holding that on. All right, so after you get your hood latch installed, you want to make sure your hood is actually going to latch down. You can double check your alignments, make sure it's all good. Shuts good, so we'll open it up and refasten all those bolts. All right, so we got bolt in, have that nut on, and the 8 bolts across here. Second nut, another bolt up here. Next thing you need is the 2 of the biggest clips. The other ones are a little bit smaller. Let's see. You can see size-wise, you want to grab the 2 bigger ones. And they're going to go right here and right here. Put those in, and we'll put our top trim piece on. All right, got the trim piece slid in here. Goes under that, sits right in here as so. You can see where all the holes align. So we're going to have 13 plastic clips that we would have already taken out in the beginning. We'll just fit them back in all these places. So we'll get all those on, we'll see how it looks. All right, so got all the plastic clips started. I'll just set them in place here. After you clipped all those down in there, all set, make sure you're not missing anything. If you did drop anything down in here, you should be able to reach up from the underside and grab it up out, or scoot it your way through that rubber trim piece. And that's how you put a horn in a 2018 Expedition. Not sure what other vehicles might go in, but that way you don't have to remove any of your grill and your bumper. Keeps it easy, you can do it in your driveway. Thanks for watching, I hope this helped.